So the sun is shining, it's 50 degrees out, and we're just into February. Are there any tasks we can do in the yard to get a jump start on spring? We're going to go over that in today's video. Welcome back to another video. I am in a fantastic mood. It's the beginning of February, the sun is out, and it's 50 degrees out. So I want you to hit that thumbs up button if you're excited for spring, and let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is walk out in your yard. The reason why you want to do this is you want to see the condition that your yard's in after being under some snow, and it'll give you some ideas of any problem areas that you can attack early on in the spring. Now, being out in your yard this early on in February, you might get some looks from your neighbors. But come springtime, they'll understand why you're doing this when you're dominating your neighborhood, so don't worry about that. This year, it reminded me how many weeds I have in my front yard. Now, in a previous video, coming out of fall prep, I showed you how many weeds you can have after reseeding. If you didn't see that video, I'll put it right here in the eye for you. Now, some of you may be asking, for the last week, it's been in the high 30s to low 50s. Can I put down some fertilizer or a pre-emergent to get a real jump start on spring? And the quick answer is no. Most fertilizers need to be watered in, and a lot of pre-emergents need to have a soil temp of at least 55 degrees. So any fertilizer that you do throw down now would just sit on top of the surface, be frozen, and it would just wash away with snow and early spring rain. The next thing I like to do every spring is get an actual temperature reading of the soil. Now, you can just buy a cheap digital barbecue thermometer, and what you would do is you would stick it an inch or two into the ground and see what the readings are. And then you can push it further into the ground, about 4 or 5 inches down, and see the temperature difference. Now, we are only in February, so even though the temperature during the day may be in the 50s, the ground is still frozen as the nighttime temperatures are into the low 20s. So just have a little more patience. Spring is right around the corner, guys. So the next thing you can do is pay attention to some of the areas in your yard that have been under some heavy snow. You can take a rake and just rake those out and get some airflow underneath those. Or if you have some delicate grass that you put down last fall, you can take a leaf blower and go through those areas. A leaf blower is probably your best bet for delicate areas like that. You're also going to want to pay attention to the areas near the streets. Snow plows tend to throw up a lot of gravel into your yard, so you're going to want to rake those out as well. You can also use the leaf blower to get the gravel off there too. This tends to help wake the grass up a little bit, and I find that this works best for me. So even though the sun's out and we're into the low 50s, I'm sure a common question right now is, can I get out there and mow? I know a lot of you are anxious to get out there and mow. That's exactly how I am. I can't wait for spring. But with the nighttime temperatures going well into the low 20s, you're still getting a lot of hard freezes. The worst thing you want to do is go out there and mow, wake that grass up even more, and then you get a hard freeze. You're going to damage your grass, so you're just going to have to be patient and wait till the springtime, but let's enjoy some of these days in early February where typically we're under about 6 inches of snow. Now, if you're just getting started up into lawn care, this is a great opportunity for you. We've had a couple nice days, you're able to walk your grass, see any problem areas, and you come up with a plan for the springtime. Now, you may or may not have ever put down any fertilizer, so in the springtime, it's a good idea to probably start with a well-balanced fertilizer. Something like a 10-10-10 or a 15-15. That way you're not throwing down any nutrients that you may or may not need. I highly recommend in the springtime doing a soil test, as that's really going to give you a great idea of what your lawn needs. So now thinking ahead. Hopefully this video has gotten you excited for spring. Start thinking about your pre-emergents and your fertilizers and come up with a spring plan. Now, living here in Canada, spring is still a few months away. Start coming up with a schedule now to put those pre-emergents and fertilizers down at the right time. Thanks so much for watching these videos, guys. Spring is right around the corner, so I'll have a whole lot of videos coming soon. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell. Otherwise, you're going to miss a whole lot of videos. As always, guys, enjoy your day in the lawn.